So I didn't make a video in a minute, but I had some things I wanted to talk about, a couple of things, and something I kind of wanted to talk about that's like long overdue. I'm a little bit in the darkness, but you know what I'm saying? Still under the light shining on me. Yo, I look like I got a big ass forehead. I probably do though. God damn. All right, so politics. Now look, I don't really. Well, I do. I kind of like politics. I'm starting to like it, mainly because I kind of view politics like math. Math I always felt like was something that you need to. If you got it, then you got it. Like it's not like a. Oh, I can just. I mean, you can cheat through, but at some point, the whatever you're using to cheat can't tell you the answers. So at some point, you're gonna get cooked. So if you understand it, then you understand it. What I like about politics also is that if you understand it and you informed, then you understand it. See, the politicians, they all lie. No matter what side they on, they all lie. But it's the lies themselves. Like how big is the lie? Like let's say Mom Donnie, for example. Mom Donnie is getting cooked right now. But and I've seen that coming. I've seen that coming from a mile away. But he's getting cooked right now. Now he's obviously getting cooked because he couldn't provide any of the things that he promised. And of course, he's not going to be able to provide any of the things he promised because he's in New York. They're not playing with his ass. They'll just leave. So, so you can keep talking about this free rent and free living and free bus rides, but New York got a deficit to handle. So they will get him the fuck out of there. And he's learning that the hard way. But, you know, it's okay. Everybody learns the hard way when they first come up there. But if you don't understand things and understand the world and how it works, then you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it as soon as somebody like Mamdani start promising things like that and he's really talking to your soul. You're not going to understand, like, hey, he can't give us none of that. If you don't know how the system is set up and who is high on the totem pole and what does that matter to and what can they do, the president can actually do a lot of things, but most of these things are like executive orders and backdoor things. He gotta classify something as something to then put an executive order in to then get these people to do this on this thing. So yeah, Trump is doing some legendary shit because he figuring out things, right? He's using backdoors and cuts, which no other president would use. Obama ain't used none of them, and well, he probably used one or two. I don't know. I was a child then, but for 8 years, there wasn't a huge change. Black people were still dying to cops, which is crazy because the black president got elected and we still died to cops. And now the guy that they say is racist, there's been no black deaths. Well, other than, rest in peace to her, but other than grandma's baby, and shout out to grandma. But it's crazy when you really think about it and you slow down, just as a black person, and some of the things you've been through. Yo, there's no names. There's no Tamir Rice. There's no Breonna Taylor. There's no new names. Like, oh shit. Yo, we actually kind of safe. I ain't even gonna lie. I mean, shit still happens and can happen. Don't play around. That don't mean you need to run around and start acting stupid. But, yo, we in a good time. And that's why I think politics is just amazing. When you start understanding it and you elect the right people on the ground level and presidential, yo, you start understanding, like, wait a minute. Life isn't that hard. I mean, it's still difficult. It's still gonna be difficult things. It's always gonna be a obstacle in your way because that's a part of life. But especially when you Christian or even Muslim, or a lot of those things are in the book. There's obstacles. There's going to be an obstacle in your way. But it's crazy. Like, but anyway, back to Mamdani. Mamdani could not give out his promises. Now, this is why politics need to be understood from the viewpoint of what the world is and not what you want it to be or what you see it as. What is the world as it is? That's where people get it all fucked up. That's where they don't know anything about politics. I knew Mamdani would fail, and soon he'll get it, and he'll get whipped into shape, because some of the rich people over there, some of the Jews, some of those people, they said it straight to him. Well, not straight to him, but they got interviewed by the news, and they said it straight to him. They said, hey, every mayor has issues when they first come in, but he'll get whipped into shape. He'll figure it out. Yep, exactly. He'll get whipped into shape and he'll figure it out. They not playing with him. What? You about to do what? Oh, New York, he got that little thing passed that he wanted to get passed, which is stupid. Because from the viewpoint of somebody that owns a building, this is the thing that he got passed. If someone owns a building and they want to sell it in New York, they have to go to the city of New York and sell it to the city of New York first. And if the city of New York doesn't want to buy it for that price, they'll give them a counter offer. So if, let's say, the building is just $1 million, or you think it's worth $1 million, they can lowball you and say $700. Now, you then have to keep the building for X amount of time. I don't know the amount of time, and then go to someone, and then you can freely go to someone else, possibly out of state, in state, whatever, and then sell it to them. Then after that deal, you have to say, hey, you have to say back to the city again what you selling it for and how much. What you selling it for and what's the terms and all that other stuff. And then they come back with a counter offer again. Wait a minute. One, you delaying the business. you delaying the exchange of hands. You making the process even longer than it has to be. Two, I gotta hold this joint way longer because I gotta talk to the city, I gotta talk to my buyers, and then I gotta talk to the city again. And then the city might fuck up my position with my buyers because my buyers want to buy things in a certain amount of time. We just seen it with the Netflix deal and what was the other one? Warner Bros. Deal. They not paying it. It done got up from $80 billion to like $108 billion, and Netflix had finally pulled out and said, hell no, we're not paying $108 billion. So they let it go. Netflix not stupid. DC and all that shit is not worth $108 billion. It's not. Even if I had it in perpetuity, it's not. Love Batman to death. Love Superman to death. Fuck no. Fuck no. And that's what the white people at Netflix said. So, yes. So if you messing up the buyers and the holders, and you're messing up the process between them, and then the New York City is being the middleman who can have all say and mess up everything in the deal. What are we doing? That means everybody that has their crib right now, their houses, their buildings, their estates. Look at this. Look at this. Whoever has that cannot sell it. You cannot sell it. Or you just take the low ball. Just take the low ball. If it's $1 million and they give you $700, just take the low ball. That sucks. That is terrible. That is terrible. That's terrible business. And not only that, but the city is now getting involved in the buildings, which means the city is going to be the ones that bring these places up to date or leave them looking like shit. So your apartment complex might still look like shit in 8 years just because, hey, the New York City bought it. You think they're going to fix it? They barely got cops around here. They actually working on the deficit. Do you think they're going to fix it? Okay. See, one of the reasons why New York City is able to do this, one, because y'all wanted to push this into effect and y'all thought it would help y'all, but it does not. And also, because they have a deficit, so they need to get money from somewhere, and why not collect rent from y'all? Oh, the same rent that he said would be free. And since he's been in office, and he hasn't been in office that long, bus rides have went up by like, I think 70 cents or some shit. It was a weird number, but they went from like $2.50 to like $2.90 or $3.25, depending on what you're riding. The buses and trains. Rent has also went up because he is starting to propose that he's going to up property tax. So if you think that the property tax is going to go up and it's not going to trickle down to the people that live in these buildings, well, you're an idiot. And that's why you should understand how life is and how it works before you get into politics and argue about things that you know nothing about. And that's why I kind of like politics. I'm not gonna lie. As you're saying, I start learning things and you know more things, and you don't know everything. You're never gonna know everything. But at some point you start saying, you know what? I kind of get this. And it's nice. It's cool to, like, I don't know, feel like you're updated. You know what's going on. You know where the world is going. You know where the future is going. You know what's going on. You know who you elected, who you didn't elect. So when shit start going left, you be like, man, I ain't elect that stupid nigga. Well, I didn't elect those stupid people. Like, you know what? Even back to the presidential race of 2024. Now, I would love to see a woman in office. But would I love to see Kamala in office? Hell no. Hell no. I know, it sounds crazy, like, yo, why would you ever say that? You're a black man, blah, blah, blah. I know, it's terrible. It's just terrible. Why would I ever say these things? I would say these things because, again, just like Mamdani, she was trying to get the government to build and buy some of these houses, because we're not in a housing shortage, and no one's short of a house. You know what they are short of? Money to get a house. That's one of the things that we kind of stress to her. Also, oh wait, I might have to run in there. Oh no, I don't. Also, because she thought that, oh well, if you sell your stuff, or the government themselves can go and build it instead of people coming in and building it or companies buying it, the government can buy it. No, don't get into the housing market. I don't want the government in the housing market. I don't want y'all to mess anything up. I don't want y'all to drive up rent or mortgages or prices of homes or anything. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Because when the government gets in it, just like when they sold weed, they done gentrified weed. The weed isn't the same. I mean, I'm not a smoker, so it's not the same from what people have told me. The effects aren't the same, and then everything is CBD and this and this and that, and then none of it is THC or actual weed. So I don't know where y'all growing it at. And I don't even know if y'all answers are correct. I don't know if it's synthetic, if it's real. I don't know if it's fake. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's kind of like when they said they make steak out of plants. I don't know how the fuck you got meat out of plants, but I'm not eating it. I'm not eating it. I don't give a fuck if it's vegan or not. I'm not eating it. So yeah, they just lying to you all around the board. Getting into the housing market, telling you that your life is gonna be free. It's not. Telling you that these things the price is gonna drop down when they're driving up. The only person that told you the truth about prices driving up or down was Trump, and well, eggs are down, grocery prices are down. Anybody that spends real money on food, which I have to spend real money on food because I don't get food stamps. So yeah, just learn how the world works before you talk about politics, or vote anybody in. And this is funny because Mamdani was like a nationwide thing. Like everywhere from New York to LA said, we want Mamdani. And now he's here, and he ain't even been here for about 5 months. And yeah, they about to kick him the fuck out. They about to get him the fuck out of here. The police don't even respect him. Some damn snowball fight happening. Also, again, if you don't understand politics, stay out of it. They want you to provide ID when you're voting. That's not difficult. Everyone has an ID. I mean, for some reason, back in like 2008 or 2010 or something, it was a video where white people just thought that black people didn't have ID, and it was racist because black people don't have IDs. And I'm like, I've had an ID and a driver's license my entire life. Like, ever since I was able to get one, which was, when did I get it? Like 17? I think I was 17, 18. I only got it because I was going to college. I was either 17 or 18. I had an ID, and then when I finally got the driver's license, which was 20 or 21, I had both. And I still have both. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know what people are talking about when they say that it's racist to have voter ID. It's not racist. You're American. You should probably have ID. I mean, you got a social security number, you got an address, you don't have ID? You have a job, right? You gotta bring in an ID and a worker's permit. I mean, sometimes worker's permit, that's whatever. Once you get to a certain age, that's kind of whatever. And then social security card, birth certificate, anything? Like, do you have proof that you're a human? Like, what do you mean? It's racist to have ID. Whatever. Just to vote? I wasn't mad that they asked me for ID when I went to go vote. I was mad that I had to walk across the street to go get it. I didn't really feel like doing that shit. But, yeah, I had ID, and I went to go get it, and I voted. I don't know. It's confusing to me. But they think it's racist to have ID for voting, but then you have to provide 2 forms of ID in order to shovel snow in New York. Insane. It doesn't make sense. But yeah, this is why politics is interesting. It's funny. But it is what it is. It's all part of it. But if you understand politics, then you understand politics. If you understand how the world works, then you were ahead of the curve. So shout out to y'all, man. But it's gonna be more stuff like this because the world is cooking itself. It's like in the microwave right now. But man, shout out to y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. If you got any views or anything that you thought about the politics, any politics or who you voted for, let me know in the comments, man. And no hate. Don't be hating on me for no reason.